Yo, what's good, everybody? It's xNasaONe, bringing you a special dual commentary with a fellow New Yorker from my city, different borough, but same city. Verbal, what's going on, Verbal?
Hey, what's up, NASA? Thanks for having me on, buddy.
No problem, man. And I reached out to Verbal, and I always told you guys, I really want to try to spread as much as I can to people, who's from like New York, like the city like me, and then like fellow people. Everybody always be like, yeah, Spanish person finally. You know what I mean? There's even people who say finally the first black guy on Machinima because they think I'm black, but I try to help whoever I can, and I never try to act like I know I talk a lot of smack in my videos, but as a person, I always try to help people out. I got a lot of other dual commentaries coming. I got one actually with this other dude from the Bronx, Anthrax. So I'm looking forward to that. And I got a lot of dual comms coming up. But the point is like, reaching out to you. I seen the way you did one with Jay Easy. I know, and I spoke to Jay and I asked him about you, and he said you're a real cool dude. And I really wanted to do a duel with somebody from New York who's a little older than me, maybe a different perspective, and see how it comes out.
I appreciate it, man. It's awesome. I mean, I feel like that's maybe the biggest misperception about us New Yorkers, that being a New Yorker means that you have to be, rude and brusque and whatever else it is. And realistically, New Yorkers are some of the nicest people I've ever met. And you reaching out to me and literally, guys, like I really appreciate NASA doing this. Like I'm a big fan, and to see that message in, I forget, like you either Twitter messaged me or in my YouTube box, and I was like, holy fucking shit, NASA1 wants to do dual comm with me. Like I'm like, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. So I appreciate it, dude, a lot. That's really kind of you.
The pleasure's all mine, man. I really, cause you know what? Honestly, if you like, I've done dual comms with some bigger like machinima people like Fist and Snipinator and Mark J, and I do my thing every week with Jay Easy. And when you speak to people who already as popular from you, it's hard to get a perspective because we're pretty much coming from the same place. So it's good to do some, dual comm with somebody who's not like already on machinima or already like this huge YouTube name, because a lot of people think that if you don't have a lot of subscribers, then you're not an interesting person to, bother spending their time on. When in reality, everybody started off with 0 subscribers, So,
That's
you
true.
never know. Like you could start off and, whatever subscribers you got now, a year from now you could have 50,000 subscribers. So, a lot of people always think that subscriber count equals the quality of the content you're going to get from the channel. And I just want to show people that, like, when I heard the dual comms you did with Jay Easy, and I think you did one with Fist too, and
Yep.
it was like, man, this dude's, he talks real well. He got a lot of interesting points, and I just was really interested to do one, like I said, with somebody else from New York that I thought, would really be worthwhile.
Thanks, dude. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, it's been a kind of a weird ride because every once in a while you get, people like yourself and Jay reached out to me and Fest, obviously, that, kind of be like, hey, here's a cool guy. Let me introduce you to someone that no one knows. And, for me, I think when we're recording this, I'm just below 1,000 subs. I'm like 970 something. And it's like every single subscriber that comes over and checks me out is kind of like, I want to say something. I want to say a blessing, but maybe into something not that cheesy. It's just it means a lot to you. Like you really, really care, and
Yeah, I know
like
exactly what you mean.
it feels pretty cool when someone like you reaches out and has fun. And plus, like you said, it's kind of New Yorkers sticking together.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I definitely try to encourage, other people. But, honestly, I think it's just a lot of people from New York, they're just preoccupied. A lot of people, they're struggling to pay bills and they're working real hard. And, some people got families and, time restrictions. And a lot of people from the city don't really get to have that free time to play with. And that's why I was actually surprised. I even asked you that. I was surprised that you even gamed. So like, how did you ever get into the game and scene? Like, were you always a gamer, or did you just recently start gaming, or?
Well, so I kind of, I mean, I'm a little older for your subs that don't know me yet. I'm actually 31, so I've been gaming since, I mean, think Mario on the first Nintendo. I mean, like the 8-bit Nintendo
I,
back in the day.
I played that.
That was an awesome game, man. I mean, like, so I'm like Zelda and those type of things. And I remember when the first multiplayer came out. I remember the first-person shooter, and I don't mean Doom. I mean Wolfenstein. Like, it was, like, I've been playing everything, and then I feel like this is just, like you said, you don't have that much time, and I have a professional career, and, that eats up a lot of time. But, sometimes you need to unwind, and I know you posted a response to Hutch's little video last week, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I did the same thing, and I felt like, like I kind of feel for him, and at the same time I kind of like, you know, suck it up. You got to a point where you're doing what, oh god, that noob tuber kills me. He's walking around with his noob tube just out ready to go, and right into my chest. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, you know, what he's talking about is making a living on what you do for love, and you know, it's frustrating you when you're seeing things that you don't like about the community, and I listened to your response as well, and you know, that was pretty darn good, man. And some of the things I was saying was kind of like, I feel like, you know, that's a privilege to be where you are, and that's one of the things I would never take for granted, the way that he's clearly not taking it for granted, reaching out and wanting to make the community in his eyes better, I guess, and having that downtime for me and being able to play computer games. Like, to me, when you asked, you know, how do you get the time? To me, it's like, I have to make the time, man. Like, you have to have that downtime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't be too much of a workaholic, then you end up just being stressed all the time.
Totally. And the money's really not worth it at the end. Like, you're not going to be Bill Gates, and once you realize that, another YouTuber. Seriously?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. But you know, that's fun, and this is kind of that release for me. And I also love video editing, so I get to. I actually started this off doing iMovie stuff with my family videos and trying to make it into like a 3-minute family video that someone would actually want to watch, as opposed to like, you know, here's 3 hours of us going to the Seychelles.
Yeah.
And then now here I can do both, and that's awesome to me.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I really enjoy doing videos. What I think happened is that it's like because I know Market J. I'm cool with him. I don't know if you know who Market J is, but
I do, yeah.
So, and he's a real cool dude. I met him through doing a duel with him, and that's one real quick thing I want to get out. See, a lot of people think I do dual comms strictly to try to gain subscribers, but I do dual comms because I really like to speak to people and meet new people. And to me, going straight into a dual comm, I think it's the truest form of seeing like how much chemistry you have with somebody, how interesting somebody is, how much, you know, how fast they could, you know, quickly think of things to talk about. And you know, you could tell when you're clicking with somebody and when you're not clicking with somebody. And that's why I like doing dual comms, because I've done dual comms before, and right after I finish, I already know, like, oh man, I would like to do another one with this guy, because I could already feel like Jay Easy was just like that. When I first did duels with him, he didn't have a lot of subs neither, but for some reason I was just like, man, I really like doing dual comms with him, you know what I mean? And we got along real well, and a lot of people liked him, and you know, look where we're at now. So I just wanted to speak about that, like, you know, dual comms, of course people do it for subscribers. I mean, you can't be kidding yourself, but at the same time, you know, people like me genuinely do it to meet people, let's say, like you know?
It's funny because like you can say that right now and it's a YouTube video, and you know, your audience is, you've got them for 11 minutes and then they go away, and they kind of probably wonder, you know, is he full of shit there, or is he just like, what's his out of it? And for me, it's really interesting because I get the unique perspective of, you know, you coming over and asking me, hey, listen, you know, I heard of you from Jay, you know, would you be interested? And I'm like gobsmacked at that point in time. I'm like, seriously? NasaONE's reaching out to me? That's awesome. So I had my mini little fist pump moment. But then the reality is, you don't pick up Skype and start talking to someone immediately. Like, that doesn't ever happen. Yeah. And how long were we talking before we actually even did this? Like 20 minutes, half an hour? And then, you know, just getting to know each other and where you work and, you know, where I grew up and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I know exactly what you mean. I feel like our problem isn't going to be how do we fill the 11 minutes, is shit, the 11 minutes went by too quickly.
Yeah, I'm looking at the timer right now, like, damn, we only got like 3 minutes left.
Totally.
But back to the point about what Hutch was saying, though, about the community and stuff. I think what happened was a lot of people did get caught up in just trying to blow up huge subscriber numbers. You know, instead of rather like, you know, meet people. You can meet a lot of people who don't have a lot of subscribers, and you'll probably have more fun with them than trying to get that dual comm with the one guy who has 100,000 subscribers, you know? So I think the community got too caught up in, you know, hey, I want to keep gaining subs. I want to keep, you know, more subs. Give me more subs. Give me more subs. And that's what I think really messed up the community. The same thing. Oh, back to what I was saying about Market J is what he said about KD. The fact that there's a KD leaderboard, that's what makes people camp, because people like that visual satisfaction of, you know, hey, look at my KD. And that's the same sense how they use the subscribers. Like, hey, look at how many subscribers I got. Look how popular I am.
Totally. And I 100% agree.
I think that's really what changed the community scene, because now a lot of people make videos strictly to try to get popular. And in the beginning, people just made videos because they enjoyed doing it. And now everybody's just worried about, you know, I got to get more subs. I got to get more subs. You know, I've been on this number of subs for 2 weeks. You know, when am I going to get some more subs? So that's really what I think made the community start doing that downward trend.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think the sort of the next step there is what's the solution, and the solution is to have fun with it. And like to me, you're one of the guys that is reaching out to the smaller subs and saying, look, hey, I want to get to know you because you're an interesting person, and that helps me out. But you're not doing it for. I mean, you're doing it to be nice to me, obviously, and that's fantastic. But you're doing it from the right place, and to me, that's hey, I want to know the community, and I think that's kind of where all the advice towards maybe ourselves, or maybe like responding to Hutch, we're actually just giving ourselves advice and saying, enjoy this, have fun with it. We're playing computer games for God's sake, that's what we do, and it's awesome fun. So keep enjoying what you do, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I mean, a lot of people. I just recently had a Machinima video go up, and people thought I was complaining, but I love this game. I mean, I play this game every day, and this is like the release you get when you're out of work, and when you're not, if you're young and you're in school. This is a time where you really get to just sit back and take it easy and say, all right, now I got my time to just relax, hang out with my buddies, play some games, and that's at its core basis. That's what I think it really comes down to, or what it should come down to.
I agree, man.
But anyway, Verbal, thanks a lot for this dual comm. Everything about you will be in the description. Definitely check him out. He's a great guy from what I see so far. He's really cool, and I think you guys will really enjoy his stuff and check him out. Thanks for the dual comm, man.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, peace.
Peace.